one of the vendors, show you guys what's inside there. Over here, absolutely nothing. Right now we started off at DZ06 at Autumn's Hope. Fast travel around, check all the other areas. Right, what we got going on here? M870, nope. Don't want that, don't want that. Nothing here. Basically, I'm just going to let you guys decide what it is that you like. I'll go through them, take a look at them real quick. If you see something you may want to look at, let me know. If you want me to change anything, let me know. There's not really anything in these so far. Looks like we got the proverbial shaft once again. Heading down to the hub now. Camp Hunted. Just so you know, name is Quad08404 on the PSN. If you ever want to get on, do some gameplay, let me know. Send me a friend request. Run through, do survival, or whatever. Need help with your build, let me know. Please T821. High damage. Nope. And nope. Nope. Time to fast travel to the next. We'll head down to base of operations. And on into the base of operations. Don't forget to pick up your holiday hat if you have the season pass. Actually, I believe everybody who owns the game is getting it. if you run in, if you missed it on State of the Game, they are giving away holiday palm beanies. They're at the base of operations weapons vendor. And there is nada. Gear vendor. Nope. 5% pulse duration. After looking at that, yes, the 5% pulse duration, I've looked at it, tried it. Gives you 3 seconds extra. That's it. So, not really worth it, I don't think. If you want to try it, you can. And that's with all pieces. Specialized backpack, 1200. No armor on it, 1200. It's, if you're really hard up, you could get it. Reload speed, no, not really anything in there unless you absolutely need it. I would get that angled grip. Don't forget to go back here, check the weapon skins every day. And I'm gonna buy it, whatever. There we go. I try and buy the weapon skins each time, so. Now we'll head on down the hallway. Into the security. And at the advanced weaponry vendor, you got the pecan. Again, same thing. Cassidy Centurion. There's an MP5 ST in here. Competent, accurate, and brutal. Maybe roll the accurate off. It's got a high base damage, critical hit damage on it. Tactical SA, no. Unless you really need it. M249 Para, no. Extended magazine, 110%. Reload speed, rate of fire. Maybe you might want to look at picking that up if you don't have any other extended magazines, or if you didn't get the blueprint when they first had it out there. And everything else in there is pretty much crap. And this is where you would pick up your holiday palm beanie. It'll be at the bottom. I've already picked mine up. I'm not wearing it just because I like being extravagant and wearing random shit. Alright, so we will actually head right. Yep, I was going the right way. Got lost for a second. Heading down into the terminal. Check out the vendors down here. Or the vendor. Special equipment vendor. Historian, Liberator, Normal Valkyria. You got the Rhino, Police T821, 46, Custom M870, no. Paratrooper, no. RPK, no. Tenacious Mask with a 1242 roll on it, 991 armor. It's not bad. Damage to elites is good. This would be a good PvE mask, one for using for farming. Especially if you're running for a high-end build there, you could re-roll the you could re-roll the firearms if you want. You could try and re-roll for damage, enemy armor damage. You could even re-roll it for XP if you want to use it for picking up those proficiency caches. You've got the Reclaimer here. No. Robust chest piece. Pretty awful. You got a decent roll on here, decent roll for armor. This Vest of the Nomad might actually be a viable option if you need that Nomad piece. It does have ammo, armor, and a pretty decent stamina roll on it. And a Lone Star, no, and it does have armor. You might have to roll for that if you are running that. Alpha Bridge. 1240 armor and ammo capacity. This is actually a good roll for this. You might want to pick this up if you don't already have a chest piece that's better than that. You've got the Banshee chest piece here, 50% ammo, 1211, that's a no-go. And no, this one is a no-go. Basically what you're looking for on these, on the backpack and the chest pieces, you want to have the armor already on it and the ammo capacity, and at the very least, if you can, you want to try and find something that's already spec'd into stamina, has armor and ammo capacity. That way you can select. You want something above 1200. 1200 for stamina firearms. And that way you can go that route with it. This is a resourceful backpack for those of you who may be running turrets or running anything where your skill is an actual object that you put out, because it'll apply health to it. It could also be a ballistic shield, anything like that. Predator's Mark backpack, again, rolled with electronics and armor. No go on that one, unless you absolutely need it. These, very, very good for PvE. Got good armor. They've got good armor on them. They've got increased kill XP, enemy armor damage. I'm actually thinking I might end up picking these up and then just re-roll for firearms, or it's got a very good roll for electronics if you're an electronics build. Tactician's knee pads. Yeah. You could re-roll these for firearms or stamina, possibly. If you're running that tactician. This one here. No go. No go. Sturdy holster. Nope. And nope. And nope on the Hunter's Faith. Operator gloves. SMG damage. Critical hit chance. Health on kill. If you're running that Firecrest, you could re-roll that a little bit, but not a real good roll on the firearms. Nope on those. Electronics mod. Pulse critical hit damage if you need to. Critical hit chance, reload speed, magazine size. Maybe on one of your LMGs that already have 100 rounds on it, just to boost that critical hit chance. It'll give you a little bit more on your magazine size, but I prefer extended magazine. This one's a pretty decent, it would be better if it had the critical hit chance, critical hit damage on it with that headshot damage, but if you don't have one, you can pick up that Omega suppressor. Stability, critical hit chance, no. And that's it after that. Let's go take a look at the blueprints. This is where I like. And we've got a Super 90 in there. MG5 blueprint. Electronics mask. Small grip. 15 by scope. That actually may be a good one for you to get. Pick that up. Actually, I am going to pick that up right now. And you've got the 93R. I need to get some more Phoenix credits. Heavy magazine, that's a level 33. That's delving into that. Yep, so not much in the way here. I might look at picking up the MG5 blueprint, but I'm not sure with these if they roll with the different variants of them, if it's just a regular MG5 or if it's going to roll with the infantry MG5, if you have that possibility. I don't believe so. I believe it's just the regular MG5, so might not be worth it because the infantry does hit a little bit harder. But maybe worth looking at, especially if you haven't picked one up yet. All right. And on to the cavern. And take a look at the cavern. Sorry if this takes a little long, but I do not edit my videos whatsoever. You guys get to see me fast travel, get to see the whole thing, so you know that I haven't cut anything out, left anything out. If you do see something that you want to look at a little bit closer, go for it. I don't add any of the information in the bottom because I don't have the time. I'm just doing this as a part-time thing. So forceful chess piece here. No, haven't used forceful yet. There is, for those of you trying to run that sticky bomb, there is a 4.0 over here in the vendor at the cavern. 4.0 sticky bomb damage mod. 168,000. That's pretty much it there. Now on to the meat locker. We'll come back and start at the DZ checkpoints once we get around to all the safe houses. If you guys would prefer me to edit the videos down every week, I'm going to try and start doing this on a weekly basis. If you want me to edit those down, or if I don't have enough people watching them, then I will go ahead and stop doing it. Excuse me. 16% critical hit damage. Nope, nothing here. You know, not everybody needs or wants the items that I'm looking for, and not everybody's going for the same thing in their build. So that's why I like to show everything that's there. You know, I know a lot of people are going for what's in the meta. You know, not everybody's going for a PvP build. Not everyone's going for a PvE build. Some people may be trying to do things on their own, and they may want to know what it is. So I'm showing you everything. Rehabilitated. No thank you. Nope, nothing there. On to last call. SRSA 1, 115k damage, vicious, harmful, and talented. 155 headshot damage, a little low that. And nothing. If you don't have a sniper rifle, you could try for it. I haven't used the SRSA 1, so don't know what to tell you about it. Could be a good one to pick up for, I don't know, an alpha bridge build. If you want to do a sniper alpha bridge build, if you want to try and combine that with an M44 carbine, or maybe with an M700 or an M700 carbine or tactical, depending on what you get with the highest amount of base damage on it. And again, we are sitting over at the ward right now. Sorry about that. Normally I will announce that. I'll fix that next time. 1225 firearms on this operator pack. No armor, no ammo. If you're really hard up for a specialized pack, you could get that. Performance pulse duration. Again, duration mods, they seem to only add about 3%, 3 seconds for that pulse. I've tried them. I stuck them on every single slot that was available, and same thing, 3 seconds. Not really worth it. Better off going with the critical hit chance and bringing that critical hit chance up. Or again, if you're not going for that build, critical hit damage. But critical hit chance, stack that as high as you possibly can. Alright. And again, Southpaw. Over at Southpaw, what do we got? Recovered holster with nothing on the rolls. Crappy rolls. And an electronics mod over here. If you need an electronics mod with armor, there is one over here. 248 and 254 armor. I don't need one. However, it is over here at Southpaw. Again, electronics mod with armor at Southpaw. And off to the grindhouse. And on over to the vendor. And at the grindhouse, what do we have? Another covert SRS. The other one had higher headshot damage, lower base damage, and better talents. 5.5 headshot damage, 4.5 optimal range, crit hit chance. Nope. If you really, really need it, you could pick it up. On to Turtle Bay, to the firewall. Alright, where is this vendor? Oh, that's right. Right over here. I just took the long way. Alright, operator mask, refreshed. Pretty good firearms roll on it. This is 4.0 critical hit chance. You could roll the minor attributes out for enemy armor damage. This might be a good one for you to have. It would help with the survivability a little bit. I haven't personally used a refreshed mask unless I had to. Stamina mod, nope. And that's pretty much it, a refreshed mask over there. On to our last safe house at the crypt. Then we're going to head into the DZ checkpoints. So far, they are not being nice to us. Haven't seen anything in here. There is a tactical ACR. Decent enemy armor damage. Base damage is decent. It's okay. Predatory, sustained. Yeah. And you got a vertical grip, optimal reload, and accuracy. That's it. And we're done there. Off to the East 53rd checkpoint in the DZ. Yes, I'm fast traveling. I'm lazy. I know it's only 66 feet, but whatever. Alright. Not only that, I believe that this was actually where they have a turret here that fires upon you. Maybe that was down one. Alright, East 53rd by DZ6. Tactical pack, inventive, prototype performance mod for those mobile cover, vertical grip, nothing here. Next. I apologize for the cell phone going off in the back. My family is away on vacation. By the way, happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. are here. And just in case anybody's wondering, I am wearing an ugly Christmas sweater, and I do have Christmas wrap on my sniper rifle and on there. So you can buy that in the PlayStation Store for $6.99. There is also another pack in there. I haven't bought it, but that one looks pretty decent too. This one is 1270 firearms on this holster recovered. Damage taken during cover to cover is regenerated over 5 seconds when reaching the destination. Keep in mind you have to reach the destination. If you die, you're not regenerating anything. 1270, 1255. This is a good rolled holster. You could re-roll. You need to definitely roll for armor on this. Prototype firearms mod and a laser pointer. Yeah, no. Won't be buying that. And now down to East 42nd. Just so you know, that was East 46. We are now going down to East 42nd. It looks like we got some extractions going on. Burst fire, MP5A4, 22.6 base damage, 37 critical hit damage, adept, unforgiving, and dominant. Dominant in that last slot is nice. Unforgiving is a great talent. The adept I would probably roll away, maybe go for headshot damage just because of the electronics requirements. But other than that, this is a fairly decent rolled weapon if you like the burst fire. These decisive gloves, if you have a shield build, have 17 critical hit damage, 5% critical hit chance SMG damage. If you are looking for those shield build gloves, you could just re-roll the armor's not too good on them, but you could re-roll that electronics into firearms or stamina depending on your needs or requirements. Electronics, quick release mag, reload speed, another one of those. This one is a better mag than the other ones previously. They're 31% reload speed. These would be great on an LMG. Has 5.5 rate of fire and critical hit damage. Be better if it was critical hit chance, but it is what it is. Now let's see if I can get down to this next checkpoint at East 40th. And nothing in there. Oh, yeah, watch out here. These are the turrets. It's at East 40th. Do not get shot by those things. Those things are ridiculous. Down to East 34th Street. Dark zone checkpoint. And we are running into the DZ. Super 90. Destructive. Predatory. Operator gloves, no. Seeker mine damage. There was no seeker mine damage. This is just in case you need one for the seeker mine build. They do go up to 4.0 seeker mine damage, however, and I believe that they did have these for sale a while back. There was another mag that was better as far as critical hit, magazine size. It had 110, better attributes on it earlier. Alright. Not only that, it was not Dark Zone funds. I have a feeling that we're going to be in battle. No, made it. East 31st Street. Not trying to take out those guys right now. Don't want to. And if you don't know, this is also the checkpoint that you want to fast travel to, so you can take out one of the named bosses. He will be right down the street here. Have that chance for those MC Skulls gloves to drop, or other named weapons and items. I was about to go into my stash. Another tactical Super 90, dominant, accurate, commanding. Spec Ops enduring mask, no. Prototype performance. Here is that 4.0 seeker mine damage. If you need it, it is 21,000. Not a bad buy. And that is sitting over here again at East 31st. Okay? East 31st. You can tell just by the street number. I'm sorry, I should have just looked at the street number and told you. I just had a little bit of a slow moment there. You got a compensator here. This may be a good one for one of those belt-fed LMGs if it'll fit. Yes, it does. You can put it on that infantry MG5. You could go and buy that blueprint for the MG5 earlier. Make one. Throw this on there. It'll help with the stability. You have the critical hit damage and the headshot damage. Be better if it was crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and headshot damage. But again, 4.0 seeker mine, East 31st. Sorry, don't have any food for you, lady. DZ1 South, 5. This is the 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue checkpoint at DZ1 South. Alright, check it out. Military SA-58, another burst fire weapon, 25.7. Vicious, unforgiving, and destructive. That is a nice roll on that. You could utilize this as an alpha bridge, another piece for your alpha bridge if you need to. Get that brutal, responsive, deadly, whatever else you want to put on there on your other weapon. This is a definite viable option as a secondary weapon. Throw it on there, switch over to it if you have to. If you run out of ammo, don't want to wait for the reload time. Yes, it is a burst fire. That is why the damage is so high. Prototype performance pulse duration. Again with the pulse duration. No, do not buy it. 18% critical hit damage on this scope, 5.5 headshot damage, and 2.5 crit hit chance. This is a fairly decent scope. You can buy this if you want to. Again, this is at the DZ1 South or the 5th Avenue checkpoint. West 31st Street checkpoint. ACR 19.3, 18% enemy armor damage. Oh, robust chest piece. Increase armor wall and cover by 10%. 1262 stamina. That is a good roll on that. 1232 armor. Good roll there. And 56% ammo capacity. I would pick this up if you don't have a robust chest piece, or if you want a robust chest piece. Sticky bomb explosion radius performance mod. If you're going for that sticky bomb build and you need a wider radius, go for it. And that last mod, too much accuracy, not enough crit hit chance, crit hit damage, or anything like that. Didn't really do anything. And on up to the West 39th. Oh, so West 39th, I was running out into the open world. Sorry about that. Classic M60. Fierce, Prepared, and Deadly. If you're going to do that, you may as well buy the blueprint for the MG5. Craft one until you get one, if you want to run that. Ballistic Shield Damage Resilience. 4.5 performance mod here if you are running the defense ballistic shield build. And a heavy magazine spring. Again, I would go for extended magazine, but if you really want that high rate of fire, you could go for this one here with the reload speed and the 3% crit hit chance. Just keep in mind you are not going to have any extension on your magazine size. And that's pretty much it here. The holster was crap. Bad rolls all the way around. And now on to West 42nd. Okay, West 42nd Street. Tactical ACR, another one. This one has a little bit more enemy armor damage on it. Has responsive, deadly, and competent. Good roll for that. Base damage is a little bit on the low side compared to the other ACR that we were looking at earlier, but overall fairly decent. Rejuvenated mask, yeah, 948, 5416 health. This is a good one if you want to remove your status effects after somebody hits you with a Seeker Mine or a Flame Turret or something. Ballistic Shield Damage Resilience 5.0. This is better than the other mod that we just saw in the DZ below this, the DZ checkpoint below this. If you are running that build, you can definitely pick this up. 11.5 stability there. Nope. Okay. On to the next. And on to West 46th Street checkpoint. And we are at the West 46th, DZ5 West. Black Market M60 E6. If you are not going to buy the blueprint, or you want to, there is one here with Destructive, Competent, and Determined. I would roll the Competent off for something else, whatever it may be. Determined is a decent one. After killing a target, it reduces your skill cooldowns. Fairly decent roll on it. Enemy armor damage could be, or the damage to out of cover targets could be a little higher. There is a robust chest piece here also. This one looks like it rolled with, oh, hello. This is a definite must-buy if you want a robust chest piece. It's got the max firearms on it rolled. You could buy this one and the other one that I pointed out earlier. Just re-roll the stamina on the other one, and you'll have your stamina chest piece and your firearms chest piece. This one, I believe, does have a little bit higher armor than the other one. I believe the other one was 3111. This one's 3141. They both had ammo capacity. This one also has more ammo capacity. Electronics mod, another electronics mod. The other one was better out in the open world, and you don't have to spend your DZ funds. Higher roll on the electronics, higher roll on the armor. High velocity mag, this would be good for an LMG. This is the one that I was talking about. Comes with a 6.5 crit hit chance. It would be better if it had crit hit damage. Reload speed on there is decent for one of those belt-fed LMGs. I use these on mine. Gives you that extra boost with your crit hit chance. And we are at our last DZ checkpoint, DZ6 West, aka West 53rd. And let's see what she's got. Military M870. I believe the one that we saw earlier was better rolled. Yeah, you could roll this one off or roll the Ferocious off just because of the electronics requirements. I would even, yeah, no, that one's just way too much. You've got the Accomplished knee pads, again, a good pair. I believe the other pair was better, and you don't have to spend your DZ funds because the other ones already had the XP on them, and they also had the decent stamina roll and the armor on them, better armor. Another 5% pulse duration. You guys are killing me with this. Holy cow. Reload speed 26.5. There was a 31% reload speed out there. Go for that one. This one has 3% crit hit chance and 11% magazine size if you need it. Alright, and now that being said, that's that for those. Do we want to run in through here into the DZ safe house here? We'll fast travel across the way. It'll be a shorter distance. Hopefully we won't run into any NPCs or players that want to kill us. I suppose we could have ran from the other side, whatever. Is what it is. I fast traveled. Deal with it. And I realize this video is a little long, but hey, you guys are seeing everything. And fast traveling to the safe room, and here we go. Not fast traveling, hauling ass to the safe room. Avoid enemies at all costs. This is not avoiding enemies at all costs. Yikes. Running. We're going to take the long way around. No shortcuts here. Don't know why it tried to take me through there. Must have wanted me to die. And we are in the DZ6 safe room. And what shit do we need? There is a Nomad mask and no critical hit chance, 14% kill XP, maybe if you really need it. And this one I would say no on this, low stamina roll, no armor, or no ammo on it. Alpha Bridge Bill, backpack with electronics, ammo capacity, no armor. Again, you want to look for the ones with the ammo capacity and the armor already on them. If you get them, keep them. Defense knee pads, 51% kill XP, enemy armor damage, blind death resistance. You could roll that XP off if you wanted to, or you could re-roll the stamina roll. Actually, no, you can't. You gotta roll for armor. If you absolutely have to get those, get them. And this one, nope. And nope. And we'll just run down to the DZ5 safe room and avoid any enemies if we can. As I'm getting shot. Let's not die. I'm just glad they cleared out the elites and the boss. $420 feet, and of course we're going to run into enemies. Come on, let me in. Alright, DZ5. And you're at the weapons mod vendor. You got a quick release magazine, 27.5%. There was one that was better out there. This does have critical hit damage and critical hit chance. If you want this one, I would go for this one. I believe the other one only had critical hit damage. Omega suppressors, this is a definite must. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage. I am actually going to pick this up, I believe, right now. This is another decent one here, the whole site. 7.5, 7.5% critical hit chance, 7.5 or 5.5% headshot damage. The only thing that would make this better is if that optimal range was critical hit damage. And on to the DZ4 safe room. Oh, wrong door. Hopefully we don't get fired at or lit up by enemies or players. Sneak like a ninja so we can get into every safe room without being spotted. Don't want to have to battle. Oh shit. Well. 300 feet. We should be good after this. Had to get rid of that shotgunner though. It looks like we're going to run into some more. And hopefully by the time we get there, we're far enough away. Please. Let me in. And we're in. Awesome. Just had to run away, so they went away. Only 2 more, boys and girls. And we are now at the gear mod vendor. Let's see what we've got. A stamina mod with 3139 skill power. And a performance mod. First aid self-heal must have if you do not have them. And this is again at the DZ3 weapons gear mod vendor. Sorry, not weapons mod vendor, gear mod vendor. That first aid self-heal, definite must, and that is the max that you can get on that roll. So again, DZ3, I'm sorry, DZ4 safe room. And we will go down to the DZ3 safe room. Check that out. Looks like this is going to run for about an hour. I apologize for it being so long. If you don't like it, you can skip forward. I will run the same route every time. And it looks like we got some enemy company up there. Try to avoid that. Alright, running. Hopefully they'll battle each other. I think there was some Rikers and some fucking flamers over there. Right now we just want to get to the safe room. And we got some rogues down this way. Should have known. No threats found. Alright. Again, this is the DZ3 safe room. Right on the cusp of DZ2 and DZ3. Last one, DZ4, first aid self-heal. Dark Zone weapons vendor. Anything for us, please. Ooh, if you don't have a pistol with harmful on it, there is one right here. Military M9. If it was, it'd be better if it was the 93. We've got a police UMP 45, predatory, meticulous, and ambusher. I would say give that a miss. Do not get that one. AK 47, vicious, determined, and competent. A Marine Super 90, another one. Fierce, swift, and brutal. No, thank you. SOCOM 167 headshot damage. 64.5k, determined, destructive, and swift. I would say miss that one too. Don't even look at it. Unforgiving on this classic M60. Fierce and brutal. 20k damage, but low RPM. Has a large magazine already in it, so you could put one of those crit hit chances on there. That's one of the things I like about that M60. That's why I believe I still have mine. Now off to the DZ02, and again we want to avoid the enemies. We'll see how that works out for us. Only had to engage once so far. That being said, if you are running in here solo and you just want to go and farm for the gold sealed caches, it is an option. Zoom in on the map, find the contaminated zones, and run into them. Just maybe I'll make a video on that later, on how to ninja your way in and pick up each one of these sealed caches. And right now we are running to the safe room. Let's see if we can avoid enemies again or players. I'll leave that for the guy that was sniping me earlier. Oh, I'm gonna have to clear these guys out. Oh, shit. And all right, thank you. And we'll respawn at the safe room. But this is why I'm not editing the videos, because you have groups like that that come through and they kill the lone guys. So be careful in the DZ. No one is safe. Spec Ops, Enduring Mask, no. Rapid, no. Inventive, no. Tactical knee pads, nope. And nimble, decent roll. Just roll some armor on it and it would be good. Heal for 2% of the max health for every meter run and cover to cover. Everything's over 1200. You got 2 stats over 1250. And cunning gloves. and that would be a negative. And I'm not going back out there. Not quite yet. And that pretty much ends the video. And you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Add a like if you like the video. If you want me to make any changes, let me know. Have a good one. Don't do anything I would do.